Hi, I'm Chris with American Radon, and today we wanted to take you through a house that was actually a little bit more of a complicated install. So we are actually starting off in the crawl space right now. This is a 3-inch pipe with a valve on it that we actually use to control the airflow going through our system. This makes sure that we are getting the appropriate amount of air from underneath the suction point and underneath the slab here to make sure that we are pulling the appropriate amount of air, not too much, not too little. So from here, we actually go across this wall, and then we will show you this in a little bit, where we connect to a 4-inch pipe. And then if you come this way into this room that we're about to show you here, it's actually a 2-inch pipe. So if you want to follow me this way. So this is the fun part of the job, is the squeezing through tight spaces. So in here, we actually see that this is the 2-inch pipe that I just pointed out a few minutes ago. Again, we have wow, excuse me, can't talk today. Let's leave that in there. So this is a ball valve, and we actually use this the same way we use the other valve as well to make sure that we are getting the appropriate amount of airflow from under the slab. The reason why we go with 2-inch here and not 3-inch is just because we didn't need as much airflow, and the smaller you get, you know, basic science, it's just going to be a little bit more of a restricted or more restricted airflow. So then that comes out this way and then wraps up and around where you just saw in there. Let's make me look nimble like an elephant. We're going to edit this right. All right. So then in here, our lights work. There we go. So then this is that 2-inch pipe that I was just pointing out to you a second ago. And then we also end up with a ball valve down here. This one is wide open. We chose not to restrict the airflow on this just because we were 100% open. We were getting the appropriate suction. But in the future, if we decide that we need to restrict more airflow from here and then pull more from somewhere else, we have the ability to do that. So if you want to follow me, we'll show you the actual suction point, like the main suction point that goes out to the outside. So right over here, this is the 4-inch suction point that goes into straight into our slab down here. And then right next to it, we actually have our sump completely sealed off, and we're making sure that we're not pulling air from the inside of the basement. So a good example to show you a little bit better, because we actually have this YouTube on here. And what this does is shows you the amount of vacuum that you have on your system. So if we were to completely close this off, you see that it zeroes itself out. This shows that we no longer have any airflow through the entire system and that the fan is not pulling from anywhere else. Our radon alarms that we use, these will actually start to beep and let us know that, hey, your fan stopped working, or you bumped one of these by accident. So we just open this right back up. Then we go right back up to where we were before. No issues at all. So it's actually really interesting to go from here, and we use so many different sizes of pipe. So you saw the 3-inch, we have 4-inch, and then you saw the 2-inch. So these valves are extremely important when balancing our system. Otherwise, you have your system trying to pull air from every single place at the same time. So when that happens, you just don't have a very efficient system. So what happens here is that this runs out all the way out to the outside, and then up through the garage and onto the roof, where we have where it vents all the radon and air that you don't want inside of your house. So again, I'm Chris with American Radon. Thank you so much for watching.